Another important thing to learn how to do is to work with either tables or just groups of data in a worksheet. And what I'm going to show you how to do is how to find what the current row is, or even the next row, or how to find the current column. Maybe you're working on D and that's your boundary. So it's really easy. I'm going to show you the first thing here. First of all, let's double click and auto size these. What I want to show you, let's hit Alt F11 and create a new sub. We'll just call it let's just say LR code, last row. It doesn't matter what we call this. This is something you need to memorize. So write it down over and over, and work on this. But let's just use a random variable, anything we want to call it. We could just say last row. And last row equals, and here's the money. Okay? So we're going to use the cells object, but we're going to combine with some other stuff. So just memorize it. Equals cells, and we're going to use the rows dot count, and we're going to hit a comma, and we're going to say column 1. And let me just explain that so far. What we're taking is we're taking the cells object that's got the latitude and longitude, sort of. What row do we want? Well, we want the very last row to start with, which is, if I hit control down, it'll take me all the way to 1,485,570. So we're starting here and we're going all the way up using control up. And that takes me to A11, but we want to extract the row, not A, but just the fact that it's on 11. So using, if you're familiar with using control right, left, up, or down, that's what we're doing. We're saying this is the row we're using, and we're using column 1, and we want to go control up and land on whatever is the next non-adjacent cell, which is 11. So let's go back to here, and let's finish out our code. So we've determined that this is the cell we're starting with. Then we're going to use the dot end, and we're going to say, open parentheses, we're going to go to the end using XL up, not XL to left or right, not XL down. We're going up from the very last cell. You remember we hit control up and zoom, we slammed into that A11. That's what this does. So if we did that so far, it would just slam into this cell right here, but we want to get the actual row. So all that junk right there, dot row. So we start with the bottommost cell on column 1. We go all the way up until we find a cell that's not blank, which is, so we're here at A11, and then we want the dot row. So we just want the number 11. We don't want to know A11, just 11. So let's hit F8 and debug through. Last row is empty, but boom, it says 11. And lo and behold, 11 is the number I wanted to see. So that's how to get the last row.